Ascension EAP, Recovery and Resilience, Moving Through Trauma to Growth and Well-Being. Guided grounding and deep breathing. Presented by Shelley Maxwell.
Hi, I'm Shelley Maxwell, licensed clinical social worker with Ascension Wisconsin's Employee Assistance Program, and I'm also a registered yoga instructor. In this segment, I'm going to lead you through the grounding and deep breathing exercises. If you'd like more information about grounding and deep breathing, I'd suggest you watch the segment where I explain why it's so important we incorporate it into our self-care. I typically recommend to my clients that they do the grounding and deep breathing every morning. Think of it like hygiene for your nervous system. We brush our teeth every morning and night for oral hygiene. Grounding and deep breathing is a lovely way of restoring the nervous system and bringing it back towards an equilibrium. And we typically want to use the grounding and deep breathing throughout the day as well, especially when our stress level is going up, maybe some situational anxiety is getting triggered, and when you're noticing those physical symptoms. So take a moment to think about the physical cues you get from your body in the day that are letting you know when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you're feeling agitated, stressed out, anxious. Typically, clients will talk about how it's an increase in heart rate. There might be some sensations of feeling warmer or colder. If we're really stressed, we might notice a knot in our gut. So take a moment and think about a time today or yesterday where you experienced that physical cue. And I want you to think about being in that moment and as you go through the grounding and the deep breathing, because that's really when we want to start applying this. Yes, in the morning, start the day off, right? And then bringing it in throughout the day. It doesn't take very long to ground or deep breathe at all. So with that mindset of the physical cue, I invite you to look at the floor. So we're redirecting the amygdala. Look down at the floor and notice the details. If it's carpeting, what are the different colors? Are there patterns in the carpeting or the flooring? What are the variations? And then gradually start to bring awareness to your feet and adjust your posture so that both feet are planted on the floor and your back is supported in your chair. And you can close your eyes or you can look down at your feet. We're going to start at the feet and then we're going to do a body scan, moving joint to joint. How often do you think about your feet? Right? Most people say not at all, but it's so important we bring awareness and attention into our body. And the feet is a great place to start. As a yoga instructor, we're always focusing on the feet, planting the feet, grounding through the feet. So I'm going to walk you through some of the specifics of the feet so you can get a better understanding of how to bring awareness. So plant the feet, bring awareness to your heels, bring awareness to the outer edges, the balls of the feet, and the inner arches. Bring awareness to the toes. Toes are wonky. They do different things. They're not all doing the same thing. My big toes tend to lift when I'm sitting, and then my pinky toes are a little bit more planted. So on an in-breath, go ahead and bring the toes up, fan them out, giving them a nice stretch. And then on your exhale, gently lower the toes down. You can even press them into the floor. And then as you release back to your natural breathing, release the toes and let the feet rest. Then bring awareness to your ankles. your ankles in relation to your knees in relation to your hips traveling up the spine to the shoulders in relation to the elbows to the wrists, and wrists to the hands. We're going to stop here for a moment. The hands are really important for grounding, and we intuitively ground with our hands by rubbing them together, maybe rubbing them, sometimes even rubbing our arms or legs, holding onto the sides of our chair. We're activating the mammalian part of the brain, the middle brain, the part of the brain that sends endorphins and gets us feeling more comfortable and secure. That's what we do as mammals, warmth and security. So sitting here, bring awareness to where the hands are resting. Maybe notice the temperatures that the hands are sensing, the textures, and just let them rest. Travel back up the arms to the shoulders, the back of the neck to the crown of the head. And then connect with the space about 5 inches above the head. And then come to rest at your third eye center, the space between the eyebrows. And here we're gonna do a little bit more diaphragmatic breathing, and then we'll move into what's called 4 square breathing. So again, I invite you to close your eyes or keep them open. Sometimes it's easier to focus when you're closing your eyes. And in the last segment, I explained diaphragmatic breathing, that we need to give the room for the lungs to expand. And we do that by letting the belly expand with the in-breath and shrinking the belly on the exhale. And so let the belly expand and balloon out as you breathe in. And when you're ready to exhale, bring in the effort, pressing gently the belly button towards the back of the spine. We're going to do this 3 more times. So with the inhale, release the effort, just let the belly balloon. And on the exhale, bring in the gentle effort, letting the navel center come to the back of the spine. Continuing with your breath, inhaling and exhaling. When you're ready, bring in the effort. And inhaling and exhaling. And we're going to continue with that diaphragmatic breath to do the 4 square breathing. In 4 square breathing, you are picturing a square. So it's really helpful to close your eyes here, or you could look down maybe at your legs, somewhere where there's not too much visual stimulus or information. So you're picturing a square. And what we're going to do is a 4 count breath. So that inhale, we're going to be doing 4 counts. And we're going to be traveling from one point of the square to the next. So let's meet at the bottom left-hand corner. Start to take a breath in, letting the belly expand, traveling up, 2, 3, 4. Exhale over to the next point, squeezing, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, travel down, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, travel home, 2, 3, 4. We'll go around again. Inhale up, 2, 3, 4. Exhale over, 2, 3, 4. Inhale down, 2, 3, 4. Exhale home, squeezing that air out, 2, 3, 4. Go around again. Inhale up, 2, 3, 4. Exhale over, squeeze it out, 2, 3, 4. Inhale down, 2, 3, 4. Exhale home, 2, 3, 4. Come back to your natural breathing. Your eyes can remain closed. Notice the difference of how you felt before the grounding and deep breathing and how you feel now. And gently bring awareness to the space between your eyebrows, the crown of the head, down the back of the neck to the shoulders, down the spine to the hips, to the knees, to the ankles, and down through the feet. You can start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. You can even bring your hands up over your eyes and open up the fingers to open your eyes and gently let that light in. And gradually opening those eyes and coming back to the present. How do you feel? So feel free to use this video as often as you need to. Sometimes it's nice to have it guided, especially when you're starting out. Over time, this will become second nature. The diaphragmatic breathing will be second nature, the grounding. The 4 square breathing takes a little bit more effort, but bring it in whenever you need to. People love using 4 square breathing when they're in bed, trying to go to sleep. Again, it's a great way for calming when you're getting stressed out. And I hope you'll join me for the chair yoga segment. Take it to another level of relaxation, whether you're on your lunch break or just a break at work or at home. We need these times to bring balance into our lives. Thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed it.